tree 1,000 times in 1,000 different spots, what's going to happen? Absolutely nothing. But if you hit an oak tree 1,000 times in the exact same spot, you know what's going to happen? You're going to bring it down. You're going to do the impossible. People put out goals, dreams, and aspirations and what they want to accomplish, but you very rarely hear people say what they're willing to sacrifice in order to make it happen. They'll tell you the goal, the dream, the aspiration. They'll tell you they want to be great, but they're not going to say, I'm going to stop going out on Friday night. They're not going to say, I'm going to sacrifice and I'm going to stay late. I don't hang with people who can only get up when they got something to motivate them. That's not somebody I want to hang out with. I want to hang with somebody, I don't care what the circumstances, I don't care what the situation. You put it on your back and you're like, let's go. Are you hearing me? You gotta have that dog. I gotta clear my mind of some stuff, but when I get up there, I gotta do what I gotta do. Why? Because success is not a failing. It's a mindset.
You have to commit to becoming better. You have to commit to being a person of action. You have to commit to being someone who doesn't just talk, but follows through. You have to plan ahead. And by planning ahead, you have to create a life in your head that is so fucking great that even if you fall short, you're going to be better than everybody else.
Your problem is you start something, you stop it. You start something, you stop it. You feel good, you do it. You don't feel good, you quit. Stop doing stuff in January that you know you're not going to do in March. I'm just saying, whatever you do, be on time and be consistent. People who do stuff consistently and on time, they surpass people who talented and gifted. Sometimes it ain't about being the most talented. Sometimes it ain't about being the smartest. Sometimes it's about consistency. Consistency. Just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And never stop and never give up and never quit and keep doing it day after day, play after play, second after second.
You should work every day like somebody's working 24 hours a day to take it away from you. If you're not working to get better on a daily basis, if you're not pursuing the fulfillment of your own true potential, you are losing. You're either getting better or you're getting passed by people who are. Every time you kick back and you think you're the greatest and you think you're the best at what you do, there's somebody that's 1 inch behind you that gets better than you.
If you do this morning, noon, and at night, it's going to happen. The only way it doesn't happen is you're not focusing on it and you're not giving it energy. So even if you're better than me, it doesn't matter. If I'm putting energy out in the world is the only you're acting like doing well is shit. That's the fact. Show up. That means I come every single time, on time. It means every time I come, I put in 120% on how I go. Why? Because I'm trying to be the best. Every single day you wake up, if you're going to have energy, if you're going to have drive, every day you wake up, you got to start with that vision. People look at those of us who are successful like we're superhuman. We're not. We're normal people like you. The only difference is we wake up with clarity. We wake up knowing exactly what we want. We wake up knowing exactly what our purpose is. When you understand what you're after, when you know what your outcomes are, when you know what you desire, you wake up every single morning and you go after it. And if you're not willing to do it every single day, you're not going to be the man that's doing it every single day. I'm not the best, but they have me. I'm not the best. I'm the beast. The real beast. That's when they legs give out. The real beast. When they talk. The real beast. By the way, to pull something out when nobody else ain't got nothing.
We're in the middle of this meeting. I mean, sure. I didn't. Right. I didn't mean turn it on.
Oh, it was, I surrounded it and made it a thing, kind of, you would have liked.
Nice. I like it. So what were some takeaways that you guys got from
You're a
this?
Facebook media buyer struggling with higher CAC. And
What were what message did you guys receive from that video? What do you guys think?
I thought it was great. Sounded like, you know, you don't have to be the best at it, but if you show up, knock on doors and give it more, then you don't have to be the best and most talented, but just work harder.
Dude, do you guys know what the secret to door-to-door sales is? Knocking on doors. Just knock on the door. Just put in the time, stay consistent. Understand your why to stay motivated. Nice. Well, I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but I did want to get some role plays in there. I want to hear Skylar. I want to hear your pitch. David, I want to hear your pitch. And then I want to go over it and talk about it. Who wants to go first?
I am not afraid,
Nice, I like it.
although I'm terrified. Just teasing. All right, knock knock.
Hello?
Yeah, why don't you pitch Steve here?
Hey,
Yeah.
Steve.
Hey, how are you?
Good. My name's David Reynolds. I'm the area manager over here at Dan Canyon Pest Control. And we're out in the area taking care of Mary, Susan, and a couple of your neighbors. The issue we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of rodents coming in and the ants and the spiders due to the weather change and the construction going on. And
I'm good.
So you currently have a pest control company?
Yeah, yes, kind of. I'm just busy, kind of.
I got you. I completely understand that. Well, I don't want to take much of your time, but I do want to show you what I'm doing for Mary and Susan over here.
Okay.
So I noticed here you guys had several wasp nests, and one of the favorite things we do for our customers is we sweep all the eaves and all the upper windowsills. That takes care of the wasps and the spiders, make sure they don't come down into the attic. But the most important thing we do is down here at the weepers. You see all these weepers? They're like the front door to your property.
Oh, okay.
You have thousands of them all the way around your house, and they're good for your home to help the condensation in the walls and stuff like that. But what we do is inject the dust. We spray 3 feet up, 3 feet out, and make sure that the ants and the roaches and things don't crawl up there and make nests in the home, damage the walls.
Oh, okay.
But everybody's favorite thing we do is out here in the yard. So we apply a granule out in the yard. It takes care of your ants, chiggers, fleas, and all that stuff.
Okay.
So, like I said, we're out here taking care of everybody else. I'd love to get you taking care of it at the same time.
Okay.
So for a home your size, normally it's the initial service fee is $249. Since we're already here in the neighborhood, I can do the initial for $129, and then it's going to be $119 a quarter after that.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Do you have a card?
Well, I don't actually have a card with me. Like I said, I'm the area manager. I'm not normally out here doing this, but we're trying to fill up our route. So
Fill up your route.
Yeah, so my job is to make our routes the most efficient so we can pass those savings on to the customers.
Uh-huh.
And I've got 3 more slots in this neighborhood to get our route full for this neighborhood, which gives everybody the best price. And if you'll help me fill one of those routes, I'll even include our fire ant service. Normally we charge an extra $25 a month for this, but I can include the fire ant service to make sure your kids and you aren't getting eaten up by fire ants.
Yeah, I don't think I'm in it. I don't think I have that problem. I mean, it sounds like you're doing okay. Maybe just check back with me next time you're building this route thing.
So, I mean, yes, we can always come back. If we treat it early before you have a big problem, it stops it. Once you have the problem, we're gonna have to be here a lot longer. It's gonna be more expensive. It's best to do this as a preventative measure. But tell you what, I didn't tell you about the garage. When we're out here, if you'll just leave the garage open, we'll put out traps and stuff for spiders to make sure spiders aren't crawling into your home when you're going into your garage every night.
All right, sign me up, David.
What's your name? And we'll go from there.
Steve.
Steve, that's a great name. My brother-in-law's name is Steve. And then, I mean, we can go through all the paperwork if you want, Dan or Steve.
I'll sign it real quick because my wife's going to get home real quick. And she don't want me buying from people that come to the door, but I'm going to help you out.
Well, she'll see the value in this because I haven't met a wife yet that likes bugs and rats, right?
That's right.
All right. What are your thoughts, Dan?
Well, it was good.
Now tell the truth.
I recorded it, and there's little pieces. I don't know if anybody had any thoughts before I kind of walk through things.
I know I had some uptones. I felt me doing a couple of uptones.
Cool, then I'll just go over this. We'll go piece.
Over here, pest control. And we're out there, anything
Yes, that was a little bit of an uptone. Pest control.
Yep.
care of. A couple of your neighbors, the issue we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of rodents coming in and the ants and the spiders due to the weather change and the construction going on. And I love good.
So it was kind of interesting you jumped in there. Like, why did you feel like it was good? Because I was hearing some pausing and like stuttering when you're explaining the service, which kind of showed you maybe you were like nervous, and then some uptones, and that lets the customer feel like, oh, I can just tell him to go away and he's going to go away and he's fine. So that's why, like, almost coming off as like just super confident, like, oh, I wouldn't want to tell this person no, because then they're going to just like lean in more to it. And so I'm just going to listen to this person and like just kind of go with the flow easier. And so, yeah, those tones will help avoid those objections. The name of sales is preventing objections before they happen and saying things in the right way to prevent stuff. So just role playing a ton and then listening to it and role playing it will help with that.
Currently a pest control company.
Yeah, yes, kind of. Yes, he kind of.
I completely understand that. Well, I don't want to take much of your time, but I do want to show you what I'm doing for Mary and Susan over here.
Okay.
That was good, like a transition. Okay, so you have somebody. Perfect. Well, I don't want too much time, but let me just show you what I'm doing for Mary. So that was a good transition to kind of keep pushing through.
And one of the favorite things we do for our customers is we sweep all the eaves and all the upper windowsills. That takes care of the wasps and the spiders, make sure they don't come down into the attic. But the most important thing we do is down here.
So, I mean, it was kind of good because he hit you with some objections. He's not totally listening. So like you're going more straight to service rather than hitting price first. But we'll see how that kind of comes in later on, because the only reason I like to do price first is because then you're not ending on price and then you're ending on making a buying decision. You're ending on free reservices and all the benefits. So kind of squeezing price in there. Okay, well, let me just show what we're doing for here. It's just real cheap out here. I mean, it's just like $99 for the first one, and then just like $109 once a season. You just explain price, moving on. So you don't have to end on price. You just kind of told them it real quick, and then you're moving on, and you're like, now let me tell you about everything we're doing for that though, and building up the value.
The reason I went that route is because he was trying to blow me off, and I wanted to point out something I had seen in his property as a problem area. That's why I was going to go price first, but his reaction to me made me want to say, okay, well, I do see you have wasp and, you know, those type of things. That's why that was my thinking on that one.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is kind of a little picky.
Wasp nest, and one of the favorite things
is that. So.
I said a simple wasp nest, and one of the favorite things we do for our customers is we sweep all the eaves and all the upper windowsills.
So, I mean, that was good. This is getting a little bit picky and maybe a little too detailed. Like if someone has a smudge on their shirt, like if you walked into the office and you had a stain on your shirt and I was like, oh, you got a stain on your shirt. Like, how does it make you feel? Like, ugh. And then how does it make you feel towards that person? Like, ugh. And they're like, dude, I didn't ask you to come to my house and tell me that I'm too busy to be taking care of my wasp. Like, get out of here. Like, I don't. And so you can still say the same information, but saying it a different way is like, yeah, no worries. Let me show what I'm doing for Nancy real quick. You know, what everybody absolutely loves about my service is what we do up here, because everybody gets these wasp nests up here. And so you're pointing at it and you're saying everybody gets these around here. And you didn't even say you have it. You can just, by the mere fact of pointing at it and saying everybody gets these wasp nests up here. It's not your fault at all. It's just because of this pond we have over here, we get a lot more of them. But what I need to do for that is I need to take a brush. I need to clean that down for you tomorrow when I come out here. And that's important, not just to keep it looking nice, but it's important because it's going to keep them from climbing into the attic. and then dropping down inside of the walls come fall and everything. What do you think about that?
No, I like that.
Because then you're still, pointing it out, but not getting them like, everyone has this ego, this pride inside them. And if you touch it, then they're on the opposite side of the table of you. You want to be on the same side of the table as them. And like, so anyways, that's
All the upper windowsills. That takes care of the wasps and the spiders, make sure they don't come down into the attic. But the most important thing we do is.
so, and you said that make sure they don't come down into the attic. Like that, I mean, that's the benefit. You're saying, I'm going to clean that. You want to really like, I'm going to do that so it looks nice, and the benefit so the spiders don't get inside the house, the wasps don't get inside the house. Like I could care less if there's wasps in my attic, but I care if there's spiders in my, like there's cobwebs on my ceiling and spiders walking around the floor. Like,
You said something about compensation too.
and you understand the benefits, but they don't understand the benefits, and they don't naturally understand what the benefit of that is. And so if you don't say it, they don't understand what the benefit is.
Okay. That the weepers, you see all these weepers?
I mean, I like you call them weepers. I don't know if you're using that as like a slang word for it, like weep holes, like weepers. I don't know.
Yeah, we'd always just call them weepers growing up.
Yeah. Sounds good. I mean,
Like,
sounds good.
You have thousands of them all the way around your house. They're good for your home to help the condensation in the walls and stuff like that. But what we do is inject it. I didn't like that.
No, that's good. So David has a question right now. So, and I'll explain why you have weep holes and what he's talking about condensation.
Okay,
Because David, or sorry, your name's Steve.
yeah.
I was talking about. So Steve's actually a little bit confused right now. He's like, condensation, what is,
I'm familiar with it in the window.
he's like, what is he talking about? So when you have a can of Coke and it's warm outside, the Coke condensates cold water on the outside of it
Right.
because the can is cold and the exterior is warm. So why don't houses sweat like a can of Coke when they're 70 degrees inside and outside it's 110? Why aren't the bricks just sweating cold water?
Because.
They do sweat cold water, but they sweat on the inside of the wall. They have a Tyvek sheet that's waterproof. And then they have a gap there that helps insulate the temperature. And then they have bricks that help protect you from the sun. They absorb the heat better. It's kind of like ceramic with heat. And so the thing is, this Tyvek side is what's right on the other side of the wall. So that is going to sweat cold water.
Okay.
But the water is going to condensate and it needs a way to escape the bottom of the wall. If you seal those holes, you're going to get water pooling in the bottom of your walls, which obviously is no bueno, having like an inch of
Right.
water sit in the bottom of your wall.
Right.
So you have to have those weep holes to allow the water to escape
Okay.
that condensates
Yes.
on your walls
Okay, I got
on the
it.
inside. And that is, I mean, a lot of people don't understand that. Like, so kind of like, you know why you have these? Yeah, it's because on the inside of your wall, when it gets hot in the summer, there's going to be condensation on there inside of there, and it's going to drip down. And if it doesn't have a way to escape, you're going to get water damage inside your walls. So you have to have them, but unfortunately, it does act like a front door for the bugs to get in there. Yeah, so that kind of just information for you on it. So sounds good.
Over here.
Okay.
So I noticed here you guys had several wasp nests, and you have thousands of them all the way around your house. And
So you said thousands. There's probably about a couple hundred weep holes. I don't know if there's like 1,000 weep holes. There's probably 1,000 entry points, but
they're right here in the yard. So we apply granule out in the yard. It takes care of your ants, chiggers, fleas, and all that stuff.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
like I said, we're out here taking care of everybody else. I'd love to keep taking care of it at the same.
so I think it's a little clearer, like, yeah, fleas, ticks, chiggers, we understand, okay, those are bad and you don't want to have those, but you didn't emphasize to the benefit of it. Like you said, here's the yard, one thing why we love, here's the problem. And then here's the feature, we granulate that. And then you didn't mention the benefit. You didn't like clearly help them have an emotional connection to like the benefit. So that way, when you're out there in the yard, you don't get fire ants biting your ankles, or if you have like if your grandkids over, or if your dog's out there, he's not getting fleas and ticks on his belly. Like the pain point and the pain point that you're going to eliminate by granulating it. So they're like, so they develop I want that.
Okay.
Because trust me, they're not like while you're talking, sitting here like connecting all these like features or to like the benefits and having this emotional reaction unless you help them have this emotional like experience. Some good stuff.
Okay.
So for a home your size, normally it's the initial service fee is $249. Since we're already here in the neighborhood, I can do the initial for $129, and then it's going to be $119 a quarter after that.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Do you?
So a couple things you said. So here's the initial price, $229. I'm going to discount that $100, so it's just going to be $129, and then after that it would just be $119, like forever. I like to max. So typically that initial service is $229. And then you minimize and you make it an emotional, like, but then it's super cheap. This first one's going to be big. It's going to be $229. After that, though, don't worry. It's super cheap. It's just $129 once a season. So it's just kind of like, oh, okay, I don't need to worry about that. It's cheap, $129 once a season. Now, because I'm already here, I'm taking $130 off that first one. I'm doing everything for just $99. And the problem with then ending on price right there is like, what do you, I'm doing it for just $99. And then like, if you're like, you would want to bring up something else really quickly to talk about rather than just completely closing on price. Because that's what happened is you were like, I'm doing it for, and then it's just $129 once a season. It's going to be an extra bill in your bank account you're gonna have to worry about. Well,
Everybody else, I'd love to keep taking care of it at the same time.
Okay.
So for a home your size, I'm the area manager. Well, I don't actually have a card with
Okay.
do the initial for $129, and then it's going to be $119 a quarter after that.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Do you have a card?
so, and then there wasn't a close. Is Skylar asking a question? Did you mean to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so for when you end on price, you could be
Mhm.
like, I forgot that also, resurfaces, you could leave that out and then roll that in. So
Mhm.
that you go price and then roll in a service and then go soft close and then objection and just add a little extra step kind of thing.
Yeah, I think ending on free reservices, because I don't think you even mentioned that in your whole pitch too. And that's a huge value of the service, is that you're not paying for 5 visits and then it's good luck, dude. You're paying for unlimited visits. Like you're guaranteeing the problem's gone at a fixed cost. And it's effortless. And so helping them understand that benefit too, like, dude, you're busy. So I can tell you're busy. Like, so best part I think you're going to appreciate is that if you notice anything kind of pop up, don't even worry about it. Just send us a text, an email, give us a quick call or whatever. We'll come back within 48 hours to handle whatever your wife's bugging you about. Like, I don't know, whatever's bugging you. So yeah, exactly. Like, even if you did it how you did it, David, where you're like, typically, then it's just $119 once a season. But the best part that you're going to love is if at any time in between one of those visits, you need me to come back, it is completely free. And then there wasn't a close. There wasn't like a soft transition to a close. So like, but you are going to be here tomorrow, right? Cool. What's a good email to send everything to get it started? What's a good email to send everything to get things going? Like stepping onto the stage of paperwork. Don't let them be like, okay, yeah, sign me up. Did you need my information? Like, you relinquish control to them, and then they're going to take you anywhere but closing the sale. You need to like hold their hand and guide them or pull them towards that sale. Like do best part is it's all free. If you ever need us to come back, completely no worries. Just a quick text and we're there typically the next day. But you're going to be here tomorrow, right? They're like, yeah, cool. I just need a good email to get things going. And then maybe they bring it up the ejection, but you're just going to get, it's just a percentage thing. If you did it the way you did it, probably 90% of the time it's going to lead to a no. Where if you did it the way that I mentioned, you know, might be 70% of the time. You might have like just a little bit better closing ratio with, if it's like A/B testing in marketing when you do ads. It's just like, does this work better or does this work better? Oh, this one works better. So I'm going to use this one more often. And then when I say that, does this work better or does that work better? Is someone else raising their hand again? Yeah, and it's just the fact, like the difference between tellers and sellers is you're selling something when you ask them to buy. You are a salesperson when you close a sale, when you ask them to make a decision at that spot, and you have to actively say yes, like yes or no, but more just pull them through to it.
I'll even think on the customers.
Okay.
Fill up your route.
Well, I don't actually have a card with me. Like you said, I'm the area manager. I'm not normally out here doing this, but we're trying to fill up our route.
Fill up your route.
Yeah, so my
I've
job
been beat up enough.
is so we can pass those savings.
Sorry.
I said I've been beat up enough.
You're like, no more, no more. Okay, no worries. Hope you took some good notes. Go back through and role play it. I can text you that video. So you can post it on Facebook and everything. And then cool. Skylar, I want to hear your role play.
Okay.
Do you want to do your video? You happy chilling in your bed? I don't know what you're doing, but I can't see your face.
Oh, I'm doing, I forgot to do taxes, so I'm doing taxes.
Nice. What's the tax deadline? Is that today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Give me your picture real quick. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I like the Bronco in the yard. Looks good. Take it rock climbing?
Nice. Yeah, there's a couple places down south a little bit where there's
Awesome.
a couple good spots.
I haven't gone yet. My name's Skylar. I'm working for Romex. I was actually in the area taking care of Mia Treadway because on the corner of your yard, we're actually seeing some fire ant activity. And so I'm checking the neighbors to make sure that they're not seeing it as well. Who do you guys have coming out for you?
We just moved in here like about a month ago. So we've been, yeah, I don't know.
You guys don't have anybody coming out for you?
No, not yet.
Perfect. So what we do is we give you a 6-foot barrier all the way around your home to make sure that, you know, the base of your home is covered and protected from ants, roaches, all that kind of stuff. We granulate your yard to make sure that you got no fleas and ticks because we don't want, you know, your pets getting bit or anything like that because our healthcare system is too expensive for anything like you're getting bit. We sweep your eaves to make sure that you got no hornets, no wasps, you know, anything like that, because they'll go up in your attic and then they drop down and they'll be on your face in the middle of the night and you're like, ah. And then also we treat the inside of your home as well. Now, because I am out here, instead of it being $250, you know, instead of you paying that travel cost and everything, I'm actually able to bring that from $250 down to just $99 because I get rid of our gas cost, our resources cost, our product cost shrinks phenomenally. And then it would just be, you know, $99 every couple of months. And, you know, and with our service, the way it works is if you were to start seeing anything in between services, we come out between 24 to 48 hours completely and take care of it completely for free. Would you be here tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe. Can I? But I don't know if I'm quite ready to go. So I'll probably just pass this time, but appreciate you.
Oh yeah, no worries. Well, because we are seeing, like I said, I was seeing those little fire ant mounds on the corner, and I don't want them pushing onto anybody's property or anything like that. I definitely want to help you take care of it. So what I'll do is I'll bring that from 99 bucks down to just 69 bucks. And that will cover everything like I was talking about. You still get free reservices just to take care of the issue. Now, some people do question why I'm able to bring that price down. So I'm actually able to bring that price down because it takes a certain portion of my profits out as well, because we're commission based. But what's a good email for you, sir?
Well, can I get like a card though, and I'll let me think about it, and I'll get back to you if I,
Oh yeah, you definitely could get a card, but like I said, my brain blank. Like I said, I am just out here today, and the only reason why I'm out here is because I am taking care of Mia Treadway and another couple of your neighbors. But there's the little thing that I forgot to mention that we do is we do a dust-filled injection on all your weed poles all the way around your home, because that way we're actually able to take care and protect the inside of the home from nesting or anything like that. So we seal it like a time capsule. So you have yard protected, base of your home protected, inside the walls of your home protected, inside your home protected, the whole 9 yards. What was your name again? I'm sorry, I completely forgot to ask that.
Dan.
Awesome. What was your last name?
NASA.
Awesome. Skylar Ricks. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
All right. Now we do just like to make it as easy as possible. So through our system, we use Visa or MasterCard, and it's completely encrypted. I can't take anything, use anything like that. What would you like to go with?
Well, I'm not sure I'm quite ready to get going with it yet and stuff. I just wanted to think about it a little bit.
Oh yeah, no worries. You can think about it. I am just going to be going up and down this one street right here. So as soon as I get to the bottom, I'm going to dip. I'll tell you what we actually do as well is, because there is a little bit of construction going on, just down the street. They're building a whole bunch of new homes and everything. I'll throw in a couple bait boxes completely for free. That way we're not seeing any rodent activity in your attic. So we're able to push them outside of your home. And then we're able to treat the issue outside of everybody's home instead of pushing it, inside, treating inside. It costs you $2,000 to exterminate and all that kind of stuff. It's not a fun process. Trust me on that. What's a good number for you?
So you're saying, can you just go over again with me? What are you saying? You're saying
what, that last bit?
Well, what's the plan here? So you're saying what? It's like 69 bucks for the first one, and then you said like every month it's like one, or
So yeah, so the first initial treatment when we'd come out, it would be 69 bucks, and I'm able to do that because if I was able to get you on that same route, it would take down travel costs, resources costs. We're not using nearly as much product, even though we're still giving you the same treatment and everything like that. And then every couple months, so every 2 months, it would just be 99 bucks, and you would still receive the exact same treatment, which is fun.
You'll come back for free.
Yeah, within 24 to 48 hours, sir.
And you said you're doing is rodent service standard? That's something extra you gave me?
So the bait box service?
Yeah.
So that is extra. Normally it would be like 30 bucks, just put a couple of stations up, have them checked regularly. But since I'm out here, I'm able to give you that completely for free, and we'll check it to make sure that we're not having any rodents inside your home, so that we're monitoring the issue outside of your home, so that we can push it outside instead of keeping it inside.
I mean, that all makes sense. That sounds like an effective way to treat the bugs. I just haven't heard of you guys before.
Yeah, that's because we're local. So, like a great way to put it is, how you have Starbucks, right?
Uh-huh.
So everybody's going to go with like, oh, Active or, Terminex, right? Just because they're big branded and everything. And they're not bad because, like I said, I didn't say that, bleh. I do have friends that work for them. Like I have a friend that works for Home Team, Brian. He's really good ref and everything. But it's just because you don't hear from like local companies or anything, like, the local home-owned Starbucks or coffee shop, you're not going to hear of compared to Starbucks. That's just why you haven't heard of us, but we do really good service. I've actually seen our technicians work and everything. They'll be out here for about half an hour instead of, coming out and stopping for just 10, 15 minutes and moving on to the next home. But yeah, if I'm able to get you done today or tomorrow with everybody else, I'm able to keep that price. And if not, well, then, I'll try to figure something out. I didn't know how to word that. I just stopped myself there.
Good close, B. So let's get this done. You'll love it. Let's get this off your to-do list.
Yeah. Okay.
It's cool. That was good.
A little longer than expected.
So that was a sale, and that was objections, and that was thinking about it. That was 6 minutes. It was only 6 minutes. Like, that's not a long sale. Like, that's not a long sales process, dude. Like, that's a very short, like,
Okay,
to make
that
a
felt
sale
longer.
and get a couple hundred. Like, you think, wow, that was long. Like, sometimes my sales are half an hour. Like, they are. I have a very high closing ratio, maybe because I spend longer on the doors with people. Like, I had a lady on Saturday hitting me with all of them, but we got through them and eventually closed her, built up the rapport, solidified it. Let's just walk through this again real quick. I'm going to walk through it. I know we're past our meeting time, but this is good training. You guys want to keep listening. Well, one thing I want to say is it's always good doing this because there's good and bad news. I find a lot of things that you guys are doing wrong, and that's good news because if you'll change it, you're going to see a dramatic change in your success rate. So, with both of you, so I always like listening to stuff because I assume you're out there saying exactly what I think I would say. I think you're saying exactly what I would say, but you're not saying what I would say. And if you don't say what I'm saying, you don't get the same results.
I'm working for Romex. I was actually in the area to take care of Mia Treadway because on the corner of your yard, we're actually seeing some fire ant activity.
Good intro,
and some
icebreaker, name drop,
as well.
problem.
Who do you guys have coming up for you?
Good close. Who do you have coming out for you?
We've been here like about a month ago, so we've been, yeah.
You guys don't have anybody coming out for you?
No, not yet.
Perfect. So what we do is we give you a 6-foot barrier all the way around your home to make sure that, the base of your home is covered and protected from ants, roaches, all that kind of stuff. We granulate your yard to make sure this.
So you just told me the feature and maybe the problem. We're like, what we do is we spray here. Did you say for this or that?
The base of your home is covered and protected from ants, roaches, all that kind of stuff. We granulate your yard to make sure that you got.
Like, what's the benefit? That way they're not nesting in your wall, causing damage, or popping out while you got friends over.
Fleas and ticks because we don't want, your pets getting bit or anything like that because our healthcare system is too expensive for anything like you're getting bit. We sweep your eaves to make sure that you got no hornets, no wasps, anything like that, because they'll go up in your attic and then they drop down and they'll be on your face in the middle of the night and you're like, ah.
That was good. That was like a joke. That was like a benefit kind of thing. Like, that's good.
And then also we treat the inside of your home as well. Now, because I am out here, instead of it being $250, instead of you paying that travel cost and everything, I'm actually able to bring that from $250 down just $99 because I get rid of our gas cost, our resources cost, our product cost.
Use that right away.
Only. And then it would just be, $99 every couple of months. And, and with our service, the way it works is if you were to start seeing anything in between services, we come out between 24 and 40.
So this is super important. Listen to this right now, guys. This is super important. You need to understand what you're asking them to make a decision on. You need to understand what this small decision, when you explain price and you end with the recurring cost, you're saying, hey, say yes to every 2 months, me coming out for $99. It's a lot bigger decision to make a decision on. Hey, do you want to spend $50 for me to come by and spray the house? Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Like, close on the initial price. Like, will you give me $99 to come out and treat your house tomorrow and do this, and that? Like, yeah, get them focusing and almost making a decision on that first service, because the cool thing is everybody pushes off payments and they don't worry about it. The regular service, be like, oh, that's later. That's next month. That's 3 months from now. Like, well, don't think about that. Don't necessarily like dwell on that. Don't have them dwell on that. Have them realize, obviously it's a seasonal thing for the bugs, but don't have them make a decision that say, typically that initial service, this is kind of a price shop. I was talking with some guys about this. You want to hit them with a big price. So they're like, ooh, so that first service, it's $250. So it's thorough though. After that, it's super cheap though. Dude, every couple months, just 119. Now, because I'm already here, we're taking $100 off that first service. I'm doing this entire thing tomorrow for just 149. And that's still for everything. What everybody loves about my service is what I do up here in the eaves. And then you take them on the inspection. That's like, James, that's when you pull them out. And that's when you start showing them that up here, everybody's getting these wasp nests up here just because there's no trees. So just kind of build up there in that water source, you know, that. So because the thing is, then they might say like, no, you want that later on when you're doing the resolve ace closes, you're like, cool, I'll do that. I'll take $50 off that first service. I'll do it for just $99. And you're trying to get them to say yes to spending that $99. You're not like bringing up this whole long-term thing. Like if you can get them to say yes to $49, then you just made a sale. Like, so you're like, they're like, no, I need to pass. I need to think about it, this and that. And you're like, okay, like no pressure. I just kind of got to get these spots filled up because I got a place to be. But if you'll help me fill this spot up so I can get out of here sooner than later, I'll go ahead and just put all the cards on the table. It'll be $49 tomorrow. I'm like, you help me out here, dude? And he's like, yeah, literally Saturday, that's how I closed one. I dropped it to 49. He was like, $49? Like, get them to say yes to the $49 and to like want that $49 service. Give them that $250 service for $49 and make them want to take that deal. Like, ooh, that's so cheap. $49. I've got $49. And I'll worry about those other payments later because those are down the line, you know. Does that kind of make sense? Like, am I conveying it right?
I think so.
Like, you're trying to get them to activate on a small thing. $49, dude, $49, just $49. Like, let's just do it. You can worry about that other stuff later. Just budget your things a little bit later in 3 months from now. Like, I understand this month's a little tight and you don't have money right now, but do you plan on always overspending on, like, I don't know, like, just worry about the other payments later.
I like that word, help you out. Use that then to help me out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people like to help people out.
Yes.
That
So this was really good. And dude, so that one thing on price, like focus on that initial price and that, but then this is also really good here. Because we went through the objections, but you didn't hit the objections right. You didn't hit them how I would say to hit them.
Bring that price down because it takes a certain portion of my profits out as well, because, you know,
Skylar, I know you're very analytical and you love the details. You don't need to tell them the details unless
yeah, I know.
I do the same thing.
But what's a good email for you, sir?
So you're jumping to hard closes. You should, before hitting a hard close, you should hit a soft close. Like you already said you were going to be here tomorrow, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. What's a good email to send everything to? Or I'll show you later on a soft close you could do before you're doing these hard closes.
Well, can I get like a card though, and I'll let me think about it and I'll get back to you if I, you know.
Oh yeah, you definitely could get a card, but like I said, like I said, I am just out here today, and the only reason why I'm out here is because I am taking care of Mia Treadway and then a couple of your neighbors. But there's the little thing that I forgot to mention that we do is we do a dust-filled injection on all your weed poles all the way around your home.
So that was good. I would just like, the story is like, oh yeah, I could give you a card, but I'm the area manager. So the only reason I'm here is because I'm going to be with her. That was good. That's your resolve. Like, oh, I'm the area manager. So it's just, I could give you a card, but it's not a call-in coupon. It's only because I'm here trying to fill up these 2 spots that I'm able to give you this pricing. If you call in later, I can't give you this pricing. One thing I didn't mention about the service that I think you'll like is what we do in the walls. We're going to do a dust injection, build it up, build the value in that. You did great doing that.
Because that way we're actually able to take care and protect the inside of the home from nesting or anything like that. Seal it like a time capsule. Your home protected, inside your home protected, the whole 9 yards. What was your name again? I'm sorry, I completely forgot to ask that.
So that was good. Like you kind of did like a creep kind of close, like what's your name, last name, and then you're filling out the paperwork. I would hit on wheat poles. I'm trying to think of like a, because I typically go to the spider traps first, and then my soft close is, if you'll go ahead and pop open that garage for me when my guy gets out here, then we'll go ahead and put those spider traps in there. Okay. Okay, cool. What's a good email to send everything to? Like getting an agreement on it. Like, so you could just ask, you tell them about the service. Is it okay if I do that dust injection inside the walls? Yeah. Cool. I'm going to do this dust injection. I'm going to do this, that. Is it okay if I do that for you? Yeah. Okay, cool. What was your first name? Does that make sense? Like, just tell them about the feature and then say, is it okay if I do that feature? Yeah. And then they're like, and then go to the harder one.
How you doing?
Otherwise, it just kind of comes off as a little like, I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure I'm quite ready to get going with it yet and stuff. I just wanted to think about it a little bit.
So this is the one. First thing you do when they say, I'm good, I'll pass, is you say, okay, but you need to do something though, because I'm treating all your neighbors and the bugs are going to be coming. So there's a need. And then they're going to say, oh, well, can I get a business card? And if I see those bugs that you're pushing around, I'll call you. Yeah, you could call me, but it's not a call and coupon. It's only because we're here. We'll always be a 5-star company, but we can't always have this 5-star pricing that I'm able to offer right now. It's only because I'm trying to fill up these couple spots that we're able to do that for you. One thing I didn't mention that I think you'll love is the spiders. Is it okay if I do the spiders? Okay, what's an email? And then they're going to be like, well, I want to think about it. Because the thing is, when they ask that, the response is reviews. They're like, well, I want to think about it. They understand what you're saying and they understand that they want it, but they don't know that they trust you yet. They're like, but I don't know if you are going to do what you say you're going to do, or if you're just a salesperson saying that. And so be like, I want to think about it. So you're like, okay, yeah, of course. I mean, I can understand wanting to think about it before going. Let me just show you our reviews real quick. So, and then when you show them hundreds of 5-star reviews, then they're a lot more like, oh, okay. Like you're trying to find out what is the thing holding them back. And so you need to build up a need. Like, okay, you're in a house and you don't have pest control. Okay, you need pest control because I'm treating your neighbors. Urgency. Okay, well, there's urgencies here because there's these limited spots, and I'm going to be here tomorrow, and I'm filling these up. And then the trust with like, oh, think about it, get the reviews, and then the spouse one. Typically, when they bring up the spouse, it's more of just a price concern. So then start hitting them with that cheap initial price. Like, okay, like no worries. You know, would your wife like leave you if you got a super good deal on pest control and you didn't, you know, and you got rid of some bugs? Like, no, like, I don't know if you believe me. I never met a wife that didn't like pest control. Do you think she's going to leave you if you kill a couple bugs? No, she's not. Okay, well, tell you what, just so that when she comes here, you can tell you got the very best price in the neighborhood and the very best upgraded service. If you'll help me out while I'm here, and if we can make an executive decision and get this done with me now, I'll go do that first one for just $49. You want to do that whole service for just $49 with the spider traps, the wall injections, the rodent bait boxes, the yard, the eaves, everything, $49. You want to do that? Yeah, I want that $49 service. I'll pay you $49 to do that. Cool. And then like get them to activate on that $49 on that huge initial crazy service that we're going to do. That's typically $500 for $49. Like, dude, don't miss out on that. That's worth signing up for pest control for a year. If you can just get that $49 service, that's typically $500. Like that makes it all worth it, you know? Rather than calling me in later when you do have the problem and paying me $500 for everything, let's just go ahead and do it now. Like that makes it worth it to go ahead and do it now rather than later because of the $500 savings. Does that, am I communicating that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So could one of you guys repeat it back? So you guys have the pitch and the price and the service with the benefits. What
It's
is
just the way we're wording it.
Yeah. So Steve, what are the things they're going to give you? Not interested, hard, think about it, spouse. And what's the flow? What's the story? Or, hey, I'll pass. I'm good. I appreciate you though.
Okay, what exactly is it that you're passing on? Passing on the bugs, the price? Just help me out so I can understand.
Yeah. So on that first one, sorry, I'm just going to do this. On that first one, they say, I'll pass. Say, okay, no pressure. Just maybe call your bug guy or
Okay.
get your stuff out of the garage or run to Home Depot. Like you got something to do here because you can't just do nothing. I just created a problem and everybody's so I just created a need. Okay, no worries. That's fine. You don't need to sign up with me, but you do need to do something about these bugs because everyone's treating them. And if you're not protecting your property, you're providing as a place to nest. Then they're going to be like, oh crap. Then they're going to lean in and you're going to pull them into you by creating that need. And they're like, oh shoot, okay, well, can I get a business card then? So I can call you if I see anything. Yeah, I can give you a business card, but it's not really call and coupon. It's only because I'm going to be here tomorrow with everybody and I'm the area manager that I'm able to give you this pricing on these. It's just kind of first come, first serve on these discounted spots that are available on our route. So now there's an urgency to it. You need it and there's an urgency to it. One thing I didn't mention though is what we do in the garage, increasing the value. And then it really just comes down to asking for it again and again and giving them more and more opportunities to say yes. Because if I shoot a basketball one time and I miss, or what if I shoot a basketball 5 times? If you don't close on them 5 times, do you want me to do that dust injection in the walls? Get them to, and then be quiet. Maybe, do you guys know,
First one that speaks.
the art of closing? Do you guys understand? There's a whole art of just how do you close somebody and then just be silent. Is it okay if I go ahead and do that dust injection in the walls? Yeah. Okay, cool. What's a good, it's like you get them to make a decision for it. Okay, cool. What's a good email list and everything too? And that's your name, that's your number. So you create a need, you're like, cool, no worries, no pressure. You don't push on it, no pressure. Just do call somebody or go to Home Depot or get some stuff out of the garage, but don't do nothing. Because if you're not protecting your property, you're providing as a place for them to nest. And we're doing our homes, everybody else is calling their guys. I'm just doing a courtesy notice because I can't sign up everybody. But I noticed that when I came out here and just said, hey, courtesy notice, the bugs are being treated tomorrow, and everybody did their own part, it cut down a ton on my reservices. My reservices went to nothing because everybody just got rid of the bugs at the same time and we didn't ping pong them back and forth. So so you're like, so it's cheaper for me to come out here and say, knock, knock, knock. Hi, how are you? Sorry to bug you. Could you just maybe call your bug guy this week so we all do it at the same time? It's cheaper for me to do that and come out here one time and just spend an hour knocking on all the doors, just saying hi to people, than it is for me not to do that and send my technician out here 10 times over the next 3 months, spraying a bunch of bugs with getting upset customers because they think we can't handle it. We can handle your problems. We just can't handle your neighbor's problems if they're not our customer.
Wow. You know what? The homeowners association.
Yeah, it's really understanding our business model and how it works. Skylar, I heard you say a couple times, I'm a salesperson, I'm commission. You are not a salesperson. And it gets more real as you enter Dan Can because our entire company is built around the salesperson and making it easy for you to make a sale on the door to door. Because I was that person and I was like, I want to make it really easy. So I'm going to build a company around me that makes it easy for me to sell and actually fulfills this story that I'm telling these people. We line up everything on the same schedule. We don't try to take care of everybody. It does help with reservices getting way cut down. When we have an area manager knock through a neighborhood once a year and kind of check on our customers, it helps a ton with retention. Obviously, it is going to help with sales as well. but the purpose of an area manager is so much more than just out there hunting for a ton of sales. It's
Businessman versus salesman.
you are
Yeah,
the
thanks.
pseudo owner. The owner can't go door to door and be in every neighborhood every day. We've gotten past those days. So what he does is he hires a quality control person. I'm the area manager, and my job, one, is to make sure the routes are optimized. I want to keep our driving score really low, which means I want my guy to spend the entire day in this one neighborhood rather than driving to 12 different neighborhoods during the day. I'm sure that makes sense. Two, retention. I want to make sure you're happy. I'm like the owner. I care if you're happy, and I want to come out here and make sure you're happy. Three, reservices. I want to proactively try to prevent problems, but really by doing courtesy notices, I'm able to, one, cut down on reservices a ton, and two, continue to thicken up my routes. So if we're spending a day in two neighborhoods and I can just put on a couple and get it down there, and then I just kind of go around and I do quality control too. So, I'll kind of go through and I'll look at a house. Okay, if my technician was here yesterday and I'm going door to door and I know which customers are mine, I'm doing an inspection on those properties. I'm just walking by and I'm like, why is there a wasp nest on this house if my guy just treated it yesterday? I'm calling them up. We're doing quality checks on our customers, so you don't have to do it for us and call us and be like, hey, your guy missed a wasp nest. Like, we're just a lot different than every company. We're really based around like being a family. Like, we give you your own dedicated service expert. We give you your own dedicated office expert. So you always know your people. And then we give you a quality control person, me. So the best part about Dan Can, Matt Romex is me, is I'm here to be your concierge and help you out. I also go around and sometimes I'll do free inspections in the winter. I'm already there. So I'll be like, hey, did you need a termite inspection? Did you need a rodent inspection? Being proactive on the problems that'll end up costing you the most money because you're too busy for this. Dude, don't worry. We're going to take this all off your plate. So like, that is the area manager. That's your job. That's your responsibility. And in order to offer the most value at the lowest price, we've built a system, and we just need to make sure we stick to our system, which means we got to keep to our rules. So that means if you call me in 2 months and you want me to come out for this group pricing, then I can't give you the quality at that price if it's not within our operations. So sorry, I'm going a lot, but this is it. Like, if you can get these things, you'll be closing like crazy. I knocked for 2 hours. I closed 2 sales and I got 2 more leads and I sent out another quote. Like, I was just the whole time going at it. Strategy too. You got to use the right strategy and make sure you're knocking on the right doors. But that's the first one. Oh, sorry, I'm the area manager. So what that means, let me tell you a little bit about our company. So I'm the quality control, I'm optimization, I'm retention, I'm reservices. So I just got these 2 spots. It's just kind of first come, first serve. One thing I think you'll like is our expired chaps. Okay, cool. And then you close, you take 2 shots. You take your second shot right there. Oh crap, I missed that shot. All you have to do is make 1 shot to win the $1 million prize. And you take as many shots as you want. Like, you don't have to get off the bat. You just keep swinging for the home run. People think that you step into the bat and it's 3 strikes, you're out. And it's not. This isn't baseball. Swing at the thing 10 times, swing for a freaking hour and try to get it to hit. All you got to do is hit it once. So area manager, creating a problem by knocking on doors and saying you need to protect your home. Second thing, okay, well then can I get a card and I'll call you when I have a problem? I can definitely give you a card and you can call me whenever you want. I'm always going to be a 5-star service, but I can't always offer this pricing if I'm not already on the same street taking care of everybody at the same time. It would just be normal pricing, nothing against you. It's just there's so many more costs that come into play when we're driving out for 1 person rather than driving out for 12 people. I'm sure that makes sense. So it's just kind of first come, first serve on these 2 spots that I have available on this route for tomorrow. Other thing that I think you'll like about our service is what we do actually inside of your walls. So that's where most of the bugs are going to hide, breed, cause damage, and things like that. I'm going to do a dust injection. Is it okay if I do that dust injection tomorrow when I come out here? Yeah. Or no, I just wanted to kind of think about it. Okay, sure. Yeah, definitely take some time to think about it. I mean, no pressure. Just make sure when you do call us that it's something you do want. Because like I said, it is going to be that normal price. But let me give you some more to think about. Here's our hundreds of 5-star reviews. People love us. This is your neighborhood. You can see our customers. These, I mean, we can call them right now if you want, but here's a review somebody left us in your neighborhood. The orange star shows the people who left us reviews. So, I mean, that's probably help you think about it. What else did you want to think about it? Like what are the questions you have to think about? I don't know, this or that. Okay, tell you what. I'll just go ahead. I do need to get going and I do need to fill these spots. And so tell you what, I'll go ahead and take another $50 off that one and I'll do it for just 99 bucks. Does that sound fair? Cool. Good phone number to send it to. So if there's a problem, there's a limited supply with a limited time offer. They're going to say they want to think about it. So build up the trust by showing them the reviews and giving them a price drop. And then they're going to say, oh, but I need to talk to my spouse. They don't need to talk to their spouse. They just want it for a better price. So you say, okay, tell you what, I'll go ahead and drop the price to 49 bucks if you'll do it tomorrow. Just tell your wife you got the best price and you broke the guy's arm off and beat him with it to get the best price. No, just kidding. But let's do this. You'll love it. You'll love it. Let's do this. You'll love it. I just need a squiggle in the squiggle box. If they're like, no, like, okay, well, best I can do for you then is at least hold this price for like an hour until I fill up these next couple spots. Let me email you the paperwork so that you can have it on file and kind of look over it, do your due diligence, talk to your wife about it, pray about it and stuff like that. And then what email do you want me to send it to? So then boom, I got their email. And then, okay, and that's your name. If I do have any spots left, just so I don't have to run down the street being like, Steven, I got a spot left. What's a good number for you? Number, address, cool. I've got all your information. Now I'm stepping into the second phase of resolve these closes where I really start hitting those low numbers, dude, let me do something for you that's big that I don't really do for a lot of people around here, but my averages for this neighborhood, people are paying really well. So I can do a couple cheaper ones and still keep my average and make sure I'm still within my numbers range. I'll do something big. Every single service going forward, I'll go ahead and discount you 10% off of every single one of those. I'll do an area manager discount. Can't do it for everybody, but I'll do it for you. That's 10%. That's $12. That's $13. So minus this. So it would just be like the 118 a quarter rather than the 129. Did you want me to bill that like on a monthly basis or quarterly basis? We'll figure that out, but I just need a squiggle in the squiggle box. Squiggle in the squiggle box. No. Like, I just really need to pass on. Okay, no pressure. I totally understand. No worries. One of the worst things that you do, just so you know, whoever you go with, just make sure you go with the company that does the bugs and the rodents, because rodents are the worst problem you'll ever run into. That's actually something really unique about us, is we're one of the only companies that can effectively handle this rodent problem we're dealing with in DFW. Talk about the rodents. I'll tell you what I'll do. That rodent service typically under $250 initially, and this extra 29 bucks a quarter. Don't brag about this on Nextdoor. If you'll go ahead and do this with me today and just help me out here to fill these spots, I'll give you the outdoor rodent control completely free. Is it okay if I'll put the box over there by the AC unit, okay? Okay. Squiggle. They're like, no, I can't do it. You're like, okay, dude, nope, no worries, no pressure. The other thing to look out for is, hey, you ever wondered why golf courses don't have a bunch of fire ant mounds all over it? I mean, as you know, golfing is expensive and they use a really expensive product out there on the course to prevent fire ants. We use a similar product. It's typically another $199 for a property your size. Most people actually already upgraded and bought it around here. And so it's going to help me prevent the fire ants from getting onto my customer's property if I do it for you too. It's just more effective if everybody's doing it. It's just, don't tell them I gave it to you for free, okay? But if you'll go ahead and do this with me, I'll upgrade you and give you that fire ant service for free. Did you want me to do that in the front and back? It's completely free, like I said. Yeah, back there is cool. Okay. Or they're like, no, get out of here. I'm like, okay, well, just so that I know I'm not leaving. So I know I don't do, like, give me a shot, try me out. I know you'll love it. Like, let me prove my service to you. I like the one James says, if you'll give me 1% of your trust, I'll earn the other 99%. Tell you what, in order to earn that trust, I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll do the first one for $1. I'll close. That will be my close is $1 because I just want to end on that $1. And they'll be like, Caller? But like, if you do it now. Okay. They'll say, okay. I'll be like, just sign the stupid paperwork, dude. And then like, so like, that's resolve a's close game. That's developing the story. You're building the need, you're building the limited time, the scarcity, and then you're just making it sweeter and sweeter and sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. It's like, it's like you don't want to do a crappy job and like $100. Dude, I'll give you $100 if you eat this rotten piece of bread. I'll give you $200 if you eat it. There is a price where you will stuff that rotten piece of bread into your mouth and eat it. There's also a price where they will say yes to the service and do it. But if you don't know how to say it and if you don't know the script and you don't know the words, you don't know how to go through it, you won't do it. If you say what I just said and you learn what I just say, you will close 5 to 10 a day. If you don't, you won't. I have the information right here and I will sit with you until either you pass out or I pass out, but I will never stop. If you're asking me for help, sending me a video, what else do I need? Send me a video, what else do I need? Send me another video, what else do I need? Where am I short? Why am I not closing 10 a day? If you're not closing 10 sales a day, you're not done. You're not done learning. You're not doing this right. You're good at this job when you're closing 10 sales a day. And you need to tell yourself every single day, I sell 10 a 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 day, until you sell 10 a day, because that's what this job is. When you're good at this job, you sell 10 a day. When you get good at this job, you're making $2,000 a day. That's being good at this job. Like I sell 10 a day. I at least sell 5. I never sell less than 5 when I get out there for a full day's worth of work. What can I do for you guys? How can I help you? Where are we missing the mark? How long is it going to take to get you guys to say verbatim what I just said? What's our timeline? I don't know.
So where is all that exactly written? Because I go through like the training and it's not worded like you just worded it.
You're right. It's not worded like I just worded it.
So I'm happy to learn all of that, but I can't just listen to this call one time and be able to, like, I tried taking notes and I did get some good notes on your evaluation of mine and Skylar's pitches, but you talk a little fast, so.
That's exactly what I need. Thank you. You're like, this is where we're not missing. This is where we're not hitting the mark. Yeah, you said it, but how do I learn? Like, cool. I just recorded this video.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it on YouTube and then you can watch it again and again and again and send, okay. And this is good. So what else do we need? The thing is, on my YouTube channel, I have said this same script. I've done this a lot of times. I have multiple videos on there about the resolve ace close game.
Yeah, I know where he's coming from because I was just about to push play too. Certain things are, I get it.
So let me put together some resources that take that, like, let me turn this into a YouTube video. I can turn this video into, let me write out that script, write out that story, create like a course for just the resolve ace close. And then dude, I'm here. Like, so I'm not interested. Can I get a card? Think about it. Spouse, I'll pass. Those are the 5 objections. Those are the 5 responses and the 5 aces. Okay, so you said, how do I get this? So I need to post this and do a script, write out the script, and yeah. What else? Where else are we missing the mark? How could I be a better teacher?
I think it's I need to be a better student, to be completely honest, because I do practice and listen in the car and stuff, but like I get through 100 doors, and if I haven't made a sale, I get discouraged. Like I feel like I'm wasting my time.
That is one of the biggest things, but there's a reason why that's one of the biggest things, is because there's two groups of people that are going to choose this because of it MLM blowing up so big so quickly. Is you're going to either have a bunch of college students, or you're going to have a bunch of people coming from 9 to 5s, where, like I've talked about before, they're used to that not residual, but like annual income coming in, no matter what they do, no matter how hard they work, that. And so like that is such a hard thing to get a hold of, you know what I mean? Because you're going to be like, man, I just knocked 100 doors, but I didn't sell anything. So like, what is going wrong? And then if you keep doing that over and over, and like you're finding little things, but you're not finding everything, you're going to just like give up. And so like when I was talking to Ion, one of their, I think it was Tanner that said it, one of their best comments was like, yeah, with jobs like this, you have to stick with it. And it's like, that's very true, because everything's just going to like, for a certain amount of time, and then you'll hit it, and then it just takes off, and you just go.
So yeah, I mean, last week I knocked, I don't know, 700 doors, and I made one sale, and that wasn't from a door I knocked. It was from a door I knocked the week before that was a referral. So it's like, I don't know if 700 right now. It might be 600. I knocked a lot of doors, and it just
How many not answers?
a lot. I mean,
A lot. Okay, what times did you knock?
it was mostly noon to 5.
Noon to 5. Where was it? Was it
Mostly in
outskirts?
Frisco.
Frisco. Okay, so Frisco's.
Wherever me and James went 3 days, and I was down here 2 of the days.
Okay, so Frisco, the thing about Frisco's a lot of like big tech. And so no matter what they do, they'll be home, but they'll never answer. And if they do, it's a maid or it's their wife, and they'll tell them off just because of the style of the area. Forney is like that Forney outskirts area. They're always in the city from 9 to about 1, I think. So they're on the outskirts. And then all of Dallas is kind of hard because you have no idea. But that could be what I found with that was like, it's a timing issue. So like, instead of just going exactly every door, like go every door that you see a car, but don't just knock. Like, don't just make it like a signature knock. So they're like, who is at my door? Or they're either like, oh, a package. And so they come to the door, they open it, they'll expect a package, and then you're standing there, and at least they open the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it's such a weird thing, because that does happen. It's a hard thing to like always combat, but like most of the time it's like an area issue, or it's just like a timing issue.
Area's a big one. So I went out with a guy on Saturday, and I wanted to show him, because the houses that are most likely to buy, there's like, here's a house that's built for sale but not sold, or here's just a lot that doesn't have a house in it. And then you want to go right on the edge. So the last house that was finished and built and just moved in is the person that is most likely to buy, because that's like the second door we knocked on. We knocked on another one of those. And the second one, she said what I said. Oh, we just moved in a month ago. We've been thinking about it. We want to get it. But still, even though that, they still might not buy because they don't trust you. They didn't understand everything. And so you want to hit that door. That's the door you want to hit. And then we knocked another 10 doors, but nothing happened. And I was like, oh, wait, we're doing it wrong. We need to jump we need to go over here and hit another one of those houses that is the last one built right on the edge of it, because then it's the exact same pitch every time. You have a house, a dirt field next to you because of the construction. So there's a need. Plus I'm treating everyone, so there's a need. They just moved in, so they don't have a company. That's the house just most likely to buy. Those are the 2 we closed, where I was like, and did you notice that? Using your strategy as much as your skill, to make sure you're spending your time knocking on the doors that are most likely to buy, which are the ones that are right on the edge of the development. Don't, because the problem is, if you knock 10 doors down, those houses, they moved in 6 months ago, which means guess what? They've been knocked on 100 times and they are door-to-door fatigued. They're like, screw you guys. They're like, when it was cool when I first got here, but it's been 6 months and I've had someone knock on my door every single day for the last 6 months, whatever. And I got a company and I'm in a contract. So like, it's like, crap, you know? And so we closed 2 really easy. And I was like, this is one of these neighborhoods. There's 100 of these neighborhoods plus in DFW. And if you can just get 10 of these neighborhoods that you're working right on the edge of the development, right when they move in, you're picking them up. It's strategy. And it's following your area. Like, David, sorry, I wouldn't go knock those neighborhoods. Some of those, you can make a sale in any neighborhood for sure, especially when you're developing the scale. But it's just an easy sale. It's just cherry picking. It's not skill. It's just
timing.
like, so yeah. One last thing, and then I got a ton to do. I teach you in levels. So like, if you haven't mastered the basic script with the tones and the pitches and the words, just like, and you got it down, I don't want to start teaching you things up here. Like, if you're not ready for that, I'm not going to put 300 pounds on the bench when you're benching 112. And then switch over. Do you have the switch over pitch down with the tones? And then the next thing is the resolve ace close. It's a resolve ace close pitch. But yes, I'm not. I try to go overboard on this. Is if you don't sell, whose fault is it? Whose responsibility is it to make sales? Like, David, you're 100% right. You need to be a good student. Like, because I can't make you win for as much as I like want. Like, you have to just have that mentality. It's all on me. If I'm not training, it's on me. Like, you can't be like, oh, well, this program sucks. These materials suck. Like, where is this stuff? Like, when I started, I had a 30-page manual, no training materials. I read every sales book I could get my hand on. I was knocking door to door, and then I was listening to audiobooks at night, how to win friends and influence people, the psychology of sales. Like, I wanted it. So I don't know. Anyways. Good one. Be a good student, guys. Study, and then be consistent on the doors. Knock, and then hit me up. That's it. I'm done. I gotta go. I love this stuff. I love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Let's keep going.
Bye.
Kill on me, kill on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.